y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if this is your first time seeing me, my name is Christelle. And today I'm gonna be telling y'all about how my cousin got pregnant by my boyfriend. Yeah, that really happened. So y'all know, before we get into any story time, we have to do the word of the day. So let's go ahead and get into that. I'm actually going to be doing the word of the day today by actually saying something. So I really just wanted to say, if you're in a position or a place right now where you just feel like you're really stagnant, or you're not growing as fast as you would like to, or you just feel like you're not really accomplishing your goal right now, I got a word for y'all, because honestly, that's how I feel. Even with the growth that I see that I am doing right now, I still feel like that. So y'all, last night, I had got a dream last night, because I have been praying to God to please speak to me, and he did. I had a dream of me running in like a field, like I was like trying to get to something, like a location, and it was like snakes was chasing me. Now y'all know, anytime y'all dream of snakes, you should always kill the snake. If you don't kill the snake, that means it's some type of something, like demon, spiritual something. So I was panicking, because as I was running, the snakes was just like right up under me. Like I was running away from the snakes, or from whatever the problem that the snake brought or whatever. Or to me, the snakes was like worry, anxiety, and just like all these negative thoughts and all these expectations that I have for myself that is disappointing me. And every time I ran, they were like right there, and it was like new snakes coming, like adding to like the ones that were already following me. And I was running with this person, like it was this guy, just somebody I was running with, and he had stopped me and he taught me how to kill the snakes. And literally in my dream, I just remember him stepping on one of the snake's head, and he was like, "That's how you kill the snake." And once I stepped on the snake head and I kept running, I realized that I felt this feeling of just like feeling of hope and strength that, you know what, I'm gonna get to my destination. And in that dream, I remember running literally to where I was trying to go to. And after that happened, like I heard God, and he literally said, "Be comfortable with your death." Like deaths, I don't know how to pronounce it. Be comfortable with your deaths, because Lord bless you. You'll understand. Like I was half asleep, but I guess I meant the Lord will bless you and you will understand. So the death of like everything, I guess, to be comfortable with. I hope that makes sense, and I hope this wasn't long. So I'm gonna also put the scripture right here that I just been seeing everywhere. Okay. So let me tell y'all a little backstory on me and my cousin. So around 18, the year that I was turning 18, these new cousins started popping up. Like I don't know if it's a Jamaican thing or whatever, but I miraculously had two girl cousins the same age as me. Me and my baby cousin, we've been locked in since literally like young. That's like my road dog or whatever. So when our family members was coming to us basically saying, "Hey, you got these two new cousin, one is in Jamaica and one is actually up here, and she's coming to stay like in the city that y'all live," we both definitely looked at each other like, huh, how we just not hearing about new cousins? And one thing I can say, I always wish to have like girl cousins my age. Hence, with all these bullshit ass story times that I have of these friendships, I just always wanted family as friends. Me and my younger cousin, we decided, let's reach out to her. I eventually reached out to her, and I liked her. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, I was really open to the idea of having girl cousins my age. During that summer, we actually ended up hanging out a lot more. I think I actually did a story time on her where she was talking to the dude at a party, and he actually brought us to a sundown town. That was the cousin death. Before all this mess happened with me and cousin, I remember hanging out with her one-on-one. She started opening up a lot to me. Like she was like a brick wall, and then she got super comfortable with me. And I'm not gonna tell her business. Just although somebody do something to you, I really don't believe in just like saying every fucking thing, especially on the internet. Like I don't want to do that to somebody. What I can say is, in that conversation, she told me she had like a little Jezebel spirit, like 304 type vibe, just out there type vibe. And I wouldn't say it was like a choice. I feel like it's 50-50. Like 50-50 of her wanted to do it, and another, she had to do it. So when she was telling me all of this, I definitely was like, all right, you're not my type of girl. Like, if you was a random girl on the street or a random girl that wanted to be my friend, I wouldn't really befriend you, simply because the activities and the stuff that you're into. My birthday had came. I had a boyfriend at this time. I decided, you know what, I want an excursion birthday that year. I decided to book some ATVing, zip lining, and whatever else I booked. And I remember mentioning it to her what I planned on doing, and she was like, hey, I would love to come. I never did nothing like that before. And it was also my first time. I think it was all of us first time doing anything like that. So I was like, hey, fuck it. The day of my birthday come, and I'm not gonna lie, I really didn't trust my man. At that time, I didn't trust my boyfriend, so I was kind of iffy, and I was like, I really don't know her. I was like, I don't know. Maybe that was like me just being insecure because the shit that he was putting me through, but I was just a little off. Like, I don't know, like, and maybe because I knew ahead of time, like my intuition, I was off. So we had went to her house, and I want to say I was pissed that I had to go pick this girl up from her house with my boyfriend at the time in the car, because he was a grimy ass motherfucker. So I was like, what if he saved her address? Like, I was just thinking like that. So we pick her up. She come in the car, you know, everything is fine. We go to ATV, and we was at the ATV place. I did kind of realize he was like looking at her a little bit, like kind of a little checking her out, but I was like looking past it because I remember it was like gearing us up. Like I said, I still felt somewhat. So I want to also mention this: while we was ATVing, I had got lost. Like, my shit literally slammed into a damn tree, and I didn't know how to work the shit, so I was stranded. And it was another time where the battery fucking ran out, so I want to keep this in mind. It was 2 times that I was not on the trail, and they was on the trail together. And the trail was long as fuck, so they not coming back till 30 minutes later, I'll say. And I'm just like stranded. They trying to fix me up or some shit like that. So I remember they was not talking to each other before we started being on the trail, and after all that shit happened with me, they came back together, like laughing and all that extra shit. And they were like, oh yeah, we found this ducked off trail. Since I had been feeling some ways, I was like, that's a little weird. And we ended up going to like an amusement park after that. And at the amusement park, they was still like, I remember we was like still in the car, and they still laughing. They still like, you would think I'm third wheeling with both of them. Yeah, in that car, they was just a little too friendly for me. She had ended up stepping out because we were supposed to go get some tickets. So when she had stepped out to get the tickets, I checked him, and I straight out said, oh, you like her, you got something for her. And yes, I could admit maybe it was my insecurity with how he was treating me, but y'all also know when it's like, damn bitch, like, am I really your girlfriend? Like, it don't feel like I'm your girlfriend. It feel like I'm tagging along and y'all is the couple. So when I had checked him about it, he kind of like played like the little bullshit shit, like, oh, you tripping. Like a month or 2 had passed from my birthday. So at this point, we probably in like September, October. Yeah, we're in like October, and he's over at my house, and she had called me. She was like, hey cuz, I'm about to come over. So I'm like, how far are you? Because at this point, she's just like popping up on me. He ended up coming, and he's like, oh, who's about to come? I'm like, oh, my cousin. So he's like, oh, for real? And he just ended up disappearing. I remember he disappeared, and I'm like looking for him, like I can't find him or nothing. I come upstairs, he's in the bathroom. It sounds like the shower is on. Now he's like freshening up, which I thought was kind of weird. That was like my second time seeing like some weird shit or getting like a weird vibe from him. When she was over at the house that day, he was really like excited, like hyped on some shit, like trying to like help her with every fucking thing. He was just like eating it up. So I was like, all right, I don't like this. And I feel like the first time, okay, I could have been tripping, but this time really checked it off that I wasn't tripping. And I'm with him separately, and we doing our regular routine at that time, gonna go get food. And he's like on his phone texting and laughing like on some shit, like, you know, like y'all know like when a nigga texting a bitch. So we're in the car, and I'm just like looking like, who you texting? I'm asking like, who you texting? And he's like, oh, like it's nothing. I'm just texting like my homegirl. So I'm just like, when since you have a homegirl, he ended up connecting to Apple Pay, and I end up seeing that it was my cousin name coming up. So I'm like, I know that's not my cousin that you talking about, that's your homegirl. So he ended up saying, yeah, that's my homegirl. And I'm not gonna lie, Probably like a week from that, I ended up breaking up with him because outside of him and my cousin doing some weird shit, it was also some shit going on with other bitches. Like, and I just, no, I couldn't deal with it no more. In between that, almost that month of us not talking, I had my cousin location. I realized that she was like more active like in the city. Like, I'm like on the outer skirt of my city, right? So she's like more active in the city where he be. So every time I would go to call her when she's in the city, she's never answering. She's texting me like, oh, I'm busy. And she will always like turn her location off. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think like flat out in my mind like, oh, it's them together. I was like, girl, what boo you got in the city? And she'll be like, girl, that's none of your business, da da da, like trying to play it off. And then anytime conveniently I would text him, he would never respond. So I'm like, well, you know, we is broken up. Maybe he don't feel like he owe me shit. I'll say this one day go by, y'all. Call me delusional or not. This one day go by, it's like, it's storming really fucking bad. Y'all, look at my baby. She done bust in here. Call me delusional. I decided, I woke up, I was like, you know what, I want my man back. Call me dumb. Because at this point, I had felt like we was even. I ain't gonna lie, during that little break, I was doing me. And I was like, all right, I don't match your roster. And in my mind, it was never like we finna be in like a committed relationship again. I was just like, you just finna be another one on my team. I ain't feel like getting another body. I'm just mess with you on the side. I kid y'all not, it was like hurricane season in Florida, y'all. Hurricane season in Florida. And I remember I had called him that morning and he was like, I'm like home alone on some shit. Like, his family was like, I'm gonna just say his family was in like Tallahassee, right? Mind y'all, we in Florida, so they probably like a good few hours away, and he decided to stay home, which I low-key thought was weird, because it's like, why are you home? It's summer, your family in Tallahassee. Like, that was weird. So in my mind, I kind of take it like, okay, maybe he needs some company. So I get my ass up. I put on some nice little, you know, I don't know, the little trench coat, the little coat with the lingerie up on. I was being girl. I don't got no shame. I was being grown and fast in the ass. I'll say that. And I'm like driving my car in this damn storm. I can't see for shit. Mind y'all, I am not a good driver. And I'm just like, I gotta get there. So I'm probably like 10 minutes out. I still can't see shit. And I end up calling him again. He ain't answered. I get to his house and I run out of my car because it was raining. And I get to the door, I'm like banging on the door. I'm like, open the door. And you know, I had this whole plan in my head, like I'm finna just like pop up on him looking good or whatnot. And this nigga was not opening the door. Like, I'm literally banging on the door, like open the door. Because I also want to say his people had a camera. So I'm low-key trying to hide from the camera, not talking too loud. Because, you know, like I said, I was sneaking and geeking. So he's like, who is it, yelling and shit? And I'm like, it's me, open the door. So he's talking me through the door. He's like, why are you here? I'm like, what you mean why I'm here? Like, the fuck? I can't be here now? So he ended up opening the door. And I come in and I see like the place look messy. Like, how my bed looking like lived in and shit right now. So I see like it's looking messy. So I'm like, what? Because the other times that I was over his house, when I knew it was just him in there, it looked like somebody in there, but the bed don't look crazy. So I'm just like, why it look like that in here? And also, he was in just like some shorts, nothing else. So, and I'm not gonna lie, that wasn't too weird because he would normally be like that in his house. So that's why I wasn't like looking at him up and down. So he's just like, don't worry about that. Why are you here? And he was just like giving me signs like, y'all, I'm trying to like go sit on the couch. He's moving with me, like on some shit, like he not trying to like let me go too far in the house. So I ended up asking him, I was like, you got somebody here? And he's just like, oh, you look good. What you came over here to do? Like, basically just trying to like distract me from my question. So I'm like, nah, like you got somebody over here. This don't even look right. At this point, I get mad because I'm like, I knew you was fucking off of the messages, but I didn't know like you was that damn bold to bring some bitches in the crib. Mind y'all, he was them type of people that people don't come to the crib. So I get up, I push him out the way. I get to looking and shit. I went to everybody else's bedroom, Finally went to his room, because I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I was like, no nigga just finna hide no bitch in his room. Like, that's dumb as fuck. So I'm looking everywhere else but the room. I get to the room, get to the closet, ain't nobody in the closet. I guess looking around, maybe she hiding on some shit, I don't know. And then I look under the damn bed, it's this bitch on the bed. Y'all wanna know what bitch it was? It was my cousin. It was my cousin. So I start yelling her name, and I'm like, you got my cousin in here? Mind y'all, she's butt booty ass naked. Like, he got some clothes on, but she don't got nothing on. I'm talking about titties slinging everywhere. So immediately, I'm not gonna lie, I was angry. I was already angry at the fact that he was cheating in the messages. I was angry at the fact that he had her here. It was just so much shit. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm one of them people where it's like, bitch, I got some built up pressure. I ended up fighting her, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't my proudest moment, but I whooped that ass. So definitely was one of my top 10s. I can't lie. So we fighting, titties slinging everywhere. And I'm one of the people, when I fight, bitch, I fight. Like, I'm not no, bitch, I'm trying to hurt you. Like, I'm trying to send you to the hospital. I'm not gonna lie. So the nipple is out. I grab her titty. This might sound so gay as fuck, but I grab her titties, and I'm just like hurting her on purpose. Like, I damn near dig my nails into her skin, and I'm like twisting her, punching her, doing all different type of shits to this bitch. So he on me trying to get me off of her. I end up punching him in the mix of it, because yeah, bitch, you too. But no, bitch, you're actually like my blood cousin. Don't give a fuck if we ain't know each other all our lives, bitch. I'm the only one in this whole family shit that been trying to give you exposure and actually help you live your damn life. Because you talking about you was held captive and all this extra shit with your aunt and shit, bitch. What? I see why the bitch held you captive, because you trifling as fuck. And mind y'all, the story that she was telling all of us when she moved down here was, oh, her aunt thought she wanted her boyfriend, so she would not feed her, do no shit for her, and she ended up like running away from her auntie house. And I'm not gonna lie, that's trifling as fuck if the auntie did do that, but bitch, I believe the aunt locked your ass up or thought you was doing something with the man, because that wasn't even the first narrative that happened, y'all. It wasn't just the aunt who had that same similar story. Bitch, now it was me and our other like aunt cousin. So this is in your routine, bitch. You're used to this. So yeah, so he going back to like present time. I'm screaming, I'm mad, I'm not gonna lie. I fucked him up pretty good, and I felt satisfied. Like, I ain't gonna lie, that nigga started saying, I'm gonna call the cops, bitch. I dipped. So I got my shit and I left. I blocked her and everything, and I aired her ass out. And my little cousin, I told my little cousin all this. We both end up cutting her off, of course. And then I'll probably say, what was it? She popped up on my Facebook, probably like, I say a good 6 months later, this bitch is pregnant. And I'm just thinking, like, I wonder who baby it is, because at this point, it's like, you known for getting around, like, from what you told me. But no, seriously, who baby it is? Like, real shit. Like, all jokes aside, bitch, who the fucking baby daddy? My cousin, she ended up lurking a little bit more. And because at this point, my ex is blocked on my phone. She's blocked on my phone. It just so happened she popped up on Facebook for me. My cousin go on my ex's Instagram, and he had posted like a video, I guess, with like him and her, but her full face wasn't in the camera. It was literally just him and a baby bump. I wasn't hurt by it. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I was a little hurt. I can't lie, because it's like, damn, like a baby. Like, ain't no nigga ever had a baby on me. That's kind of crazy. But yeah, it definitely was her BD, and I think probably a month or two. I don't know. I steady saying a month or two, bitch. I don't know time, but probably like a few months later, they end up doing a gender reveal or baby shower, one of them, and I seen my ex there and her. So that's like what really confirmed it for me. Like, oh yeah, they really got a baby together. But you know, misery love company. But y'all, that's the third time how my cousin had a baby by my damn boyfriend. People always gonna show you who they are before. Like, even my ex, I can't even say this was just on my cousin. No, my ex was already showing me who he was, how he felt about me, where he valued me at. My cousin, she already told me her background about her being out there and shit like that. So I ain't gonna lie, that was just a moment of me like being naive. This before all this extra shit had happened to me. I was only 18. But y'all, if y'all like this story time, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video.